Lord of the Rings really shows itself to be a product of newly blooming and quite radical ecological consciousness as to the meaning of human presence on Earth, with a skeptical take concerning the rise of the human species and its environmental price. The advent of humans as dominant species is neither perceived in terms of evolution, progress, or victory, but simply in terms of surely incomprehensible inevitability, which is also sad. It is not really glorified or fully justified. Unlike in John Milton's Paradise Lost, Aragorn does not see a vision from mountain that validates or affirms hope for human future on Earth. Rather, he fears the loss of non-human species and gets fearful of the human future. Gandalf's vision of human takeover of Middle-earth presents the prospect as what is inevitable and no more than that. Here is the quote that I am reading for the rest of the presentation. This is your realm, and this is from Gandalf. This is your realm, and the heart of the greater realm that shall be. The third age of the world is ended, and the new age is begun. And it is your task to order its beginning and to preserve what may be preserved. For though much has been saved, much must now pass away. And the power of the three rings also is ended. And all the lands that you see, and those that lie around them, shall be dwellings of men. For the time comes of the dominion of man, and the elder kindred shall fade or depart. The advent of human species is envisioned in terms of species loss and impoverishment of environment, in terms of passings, endings, fadings, and unwanted departures. It is not a magnificent, culminating vision, even though Gandalf uses the term greatness and the solemn tone that is often associated with the victorious declaration of human history as progress. In a sense, the human progress is being radically defamiliarized, given at this point of the narrative to readers who have been acclimatized to the third age of Middle-earth. Readers who have grown to love and know the diverse species of the third age cannot but feel reluctant to depart the age of elves, dwarves, and ents, and move on to the age of man. Lord of the Rings makes readers look at the coming dominion of human species from the point of view of the time before such dominion, before when it was all dwellings of men, and also in terms of the environmental price entailing such dominion. The causal relation between the human dominion of Earth and the loss of non-human species is not explicitly discussed by Gandalf here, but is suggested. It is more ominously addressed in other parts of Lord of the Rings. I cannot discuss this right here because of the time limit, but preservation here is also a distinctly environmental keyword and is used in a way that is evocative of the urgent language of the endangered species movement of the time. Not all can be preserved. Much must now pass away, and the best that humans can do is to preserve what may be preserved. The environmental message of Lord of the Rings more strongly today and is more unmistakable likely than at the time of its publication because of our inevitably more acute awareness of what the age of man means to Earth and its inhabitants as a whole. I do not attribute the strength solely to Tolkien's intent, but neither do I think we are incorrectly or anachronistically reading into Middle-earth what is not there. We are reading the early forms of our own dreadful environmental awareness in the world that Tolkien created. I hope you enjoyed at least some parts of my presentation, and I really hope that I was able to interact with you there and take questions and listen to some suggestions and advices. But they cannot be helped. And I send greetings from Seoul. Thank you for listening to my presentation.